Good morning. It's Divine coming back to talk. Don't look at my hair. I let him do some weird stuff with my hair. Supposedly it's supposed to be all wavy when I take it out. But anyways, I don't know if I addressed this before, but I decided I wanted to come and speak about it today. Right? And yes, it is almost 12 o'clock and it is dark in here, but I haven't turned on any lights because I just want to sit in the dark today. But anyways, I guess the title of this, and this is going to be about women that address the other woman before addressing their husband, or women that address another woman instead of addressing their husband, right? So, backstory, real quick. Went to a party, had a great time, met a bunch of people, danced, sang, drank, ate. I mean, it was just a great night. It was a really good event, really fun time. I danced with a couple of guys. It is what it is. So of course I made like a little TikTok recap, and with a bunch of people that I danced with, and there were guys in there were girls in there was food, and there was drinks, and then there was just the ambiance of the whole entire place. I just made a little TikTok about it, right? And I posted it because it's fine. And next morning I woke up and I had a woman in my DM saying, I see you had a good time with my husband last night. I see y'all had a great time, or something like that. And I was like, okay. I said, yes, I did have a great time. I can't wait to do it again. It was a great event. That's it. Didn't get petty. Didn't say anything. This is what I want to address. Whether you have a boyfriend, a girlfriend, significant other, your husband, whoever it is that is, look at my hair, y'all. Whoever it is that is an important person in your life, you need to have a conversation with that person. For instance, I've only been doing Caribbean events for maybe about 7 or 8 years. So I started doing my Caribbean events when I was married. And I saw the videos and whatnot. I knew what I would be wearing as far as my costume, everything like that. And I knew my ex at the time, well, my husband at the time, didn't have a problem with me showing my body, dancing, or whatever else like that. But because I knew that I was going to be in a place without him, probably in a thong, dancing, men dancing on me, blah, 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 I had a conversation with him. And I said, hey, these are the videos. I'm going to show them to you. This is what I'm going to be wearing. And I will probably be dancing. He knows I'm a dancer. I am a dancer. And he said, okay. I said, you good. I want to know if you're going to be okay with me doing this. So he says, yeah. Go out to my first event. Had the time of my life. I had the time of my life. It was great. Got me hooked on Caribbean Carnival 100%. I'm a soca junkie, like for real. And I got home because of the relationship that we had. When I got home from the event, I got back from Miami. I sat down, I told him everything. I went to this party and I was doing this and I was dancing, and this guy came by me and he tried to dance on me. Oh my gosh, and I'm excited and I'm explaining to him everything that's going on. And he's just sitting there and he's laughing at me or whatever else like that. But that is the relationship that we had. Everybody don't have that type of relationship, and everybody's not cool with that. Put that out there. And then I had some videos. I said, here are my videos. Are you okay with me posting these videos online? Is the question. Because I want to post my videos. I want to show the fun I had. Some of the videos I'm dancing with other men. Are you good with that? I knew he would be good with it, but it was different. You know what I'm saying? So I went ahead. He said yes. Posted the videos. No problems, right? Hadn't been going to Carnival ever since. It is what it is. Never had a problem with it. I say all that to say, it is not the other woman's responsibility to know that that man is married or has a significant other in any type of way. It is a responsibility of that man to police himself and his actions when he's out without his significant other, whoever that is, male or female. It is also the responsibility of you as a couple to sit down and say, or even after you saw that, and it makes you feel some kind of way, because sometimes I see things that makes me feel some kind of way. I'm gonna bring it to your attention and say, hey honey, I want to have a conversation with you. I saw this online. It made me feel kind of insecure. Kind of didn't make me feel good. Let's have a conversation about it, you know. And at that point, that person, of course, it can go 100 ways. It can go like, I'll do what the fuck I want to do, blah blah blah, or it could go the way of, you know what, I didn't know you felt that way. You know, this is maybe because it was a cultural event. He can say, you know, this is in my culture. This is how we dance. I meant nothing by it. It was a dance with the person that I met, and that was it. We had a good time, but it was nothing after that. And I understand how it looks, and I understand. I might, you know, even if I don't understand the way it made you feel, I understand that you feel some kind of way about this, right? That's the way I would hope a conversation would go. And then y'all can have a conversation about, you know, maybe, yeah, I know that's your culture, but it kind of makes me feel a kind of way. You know, if you are going to dance, just, you know, you can't really control what goes online or what you see or whatnot, because the internet is the internet. But just to let you know, to be more mindful that when you go out and when you do these types of things, it makes me feel some kind of way. And or maybe I'd rather you not do those things, because it does make me feel some kind of way. But to at least say what it is that you feel to your significant other, because jumping in my DM doesn't change anything. Jumping in my DM does not change what your man is going to do the next time he goes to another event and sees another woman and decides to dance with that other woman. Because then you'll be jumping into every woman's fucking DM for the rest of your life. I'm sorry. You'll be jumping into every woman's DM for the rest of your life, instead of addressing the problem that you have with your man. And that's all I want to say. And I know people might not agree with me. And I know people might agree with me. That's just my thoughts. Because I do believe in effective communication, and I do believe in people expressing themselves. And I do believe in having hard conversations, because everything is not going to be roses and fairy tales, and everything is just not going to be happy all the time. There are going to be some things that rattle you sometimes. And if you can sit down and have that conversation with your significant other and say, hey, these are the things that kind of made me feel kind of weird. And then that person also has to have the maturity level not to just jump on you and just say, I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do. But or maybe they might say that, and then you got to decide what you going to do. But just to have the maturity level to say, you know what, I understand what you're saying, or I might not understand what you're saying, because I know I've lived like this my whole entire life, and this is my culture, or whatever it is that's going on. But let's talk about it. And that's all I got to say. And I actually kept this under 10 minutes. So I hope you all are having a good day. Bye.